Good morning, everyone. We come to part 1 of today's session and part 7 of the chapter Atoms. In this module, we are going to learn about the energy of an electron in an orbit. We have seen that in Bohr's model of atom, an electron is revolving around the nucleus in specified orbits. We know while it is revolving around the nucleus in an orbit, it will be having electrostatic energy due to the force between the proton and the electron, and also there will be a centripetal force acting towards the center, that is towards the nucleus. So we can equate the electrostatic force and the centripetal force. We have already learned that centripetal force is given by mv square by r and electrostatic force is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 divided by r square according to Coulomb's law. So here we can say that an electron will be stable in an orbit if the centripetal force is equivalent to the electrostatic force. So mv square by rn, where rn denotes the radius of the nth orbit, must be equivalent to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught E square divided by Rn square, where E square is equivalent to E into E, that is charge of an electron into charge of a proton. Rearranging the terms in the above equation, we will get an equation for Rn, that is radius of the nth orbit, which is given by E square is equivalent to, Rn is equivalent to E square divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 V square. Here it is denoted as Vn since it denotes the velocity of an electron in the nth orbit. We have already studied from Bohr's postulates that the angular momentum of this electron must be an integral multiple of h by 2 pi, or m Vn Rn must be equivalent to nh by 2 pi. Just rearranging the equation, we get an equation for Vn as Vn is equivalent to nh divided by 2 pi m Rn. Substituting for Vn in equation 1, we get Rn is equivalent to epsilon 0 n square h square divided by pi m e square, which is the equation for radius of the nth orbit of an electron. We have learned that according to Bohr's postulate, mvr is equivalent to nh by 2 pi, or V is equivalent to nh divided by 2 pi mr. From the equation 12.2 given in NCERT textbook, that is where we equate the electrostatic force with the centripetal force, and substituting for Vn in the equation mv square by r, we get m by r into, instead of v square we are writing n square h square divided by 4 pi square m square r square, taken from the above equation, is equivalent to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught E square divided by r square. Cancelling the common terms and rearranging the equation, we get the equation for r, which is the radius of the nth orbit, to be n square h square epsilon 0 divided by pi m e square. Substituting the value of r in equation 12.4 given in NCERT textbook, we have, that is the total energy. We have studied the equation for total energy En. Substituting for R in that equation, or the equation 12.4 given in your NCERT textbook, we get En is equivalent to minus m e raised to 4 divided by 8 n square epsilon 0 square h square. This is the equation for energy of an electron in the nth orbit. Just now we have discussed the total energy of an electron in a stationary orbit En. And if Z is equivalent to 1, that is atomic number is 1, or for hydrogen atom, En is equivalent to minus m e raised to 4 divided by 8 n square epsilon 0 square h square. Here we can substitute for mass of an electron m, charge of an electron E, epsilon 0 and h Planck's constant, and converting this energy into electron volt by dividing it by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19, we get En is equivalent to minus 13.6 divided by n square electron volt. This is an equation for the energy, total energy of an electron in the nth orbit in electron volt. Here the constant m e raised to 4 divided by 8 epsilon 0 square c h cube is the Rydberg constant, which we will be discussing it later. Also, there is an important topic called Bohr's radius. That is the radius of the first orbit, or n equivalent to 1 of an hydrogen atom. That is, in the equation for Rn, just substitute n is equivalent to 1. Then you will get the Bohr's radius to be R1 is equivalent to h square epsilon 0 divided by pi m e square. Substituting the value of h, epsilon 0, m, e and pi, you will get the Bohr's radius to be 0.53 angstrom. Hope you have understood the session. The equation for the velocity of an electron in the nth orbit, radius of an electron in the nth orbit, and total energy of an electron in nth orbit is very important. You will have to learn it by heart, and also the derivations are equally important. Thank you, dear students.